Yo guys, to finish off the year, we're gonna look at some really exciting releases that I forgot to cover. For example, this Transformers 3x3. What is this cube robot? It's probably like Japanese for robot, like robot. Was that Japanese? I don't know. Now this thing is a collaboration between Rubik's and a Japanese company called 50x50. The biggest puzzle that I have is a 13x13 and I don't even know how to solve this one. So let's pray it's not a 50x50. Although there's an issue because I do not speak Japanese. Robot. We're gonna have to use our app to see what the features are. Oh my god, the abdominal panel is rocket style. I do not know what that means, but I think this thing has rockets. Man, that's a solid cube. Yes, Japanese instructions. What the hell? Ah, robot cube stand. This might look like a normal Rubik's cube, but there's an issue because you cannot turn it. Oh! Oh, that's so satisfying, man. Anyways, let's actually see what the instructions are. Oh my god, what is this? Toyota Hozomaki Sushi. Yes, I understand, man. So the thing is, we turn the orange side 45 degrees and these things pop outwards. Oh, this is what we currently have. And I'm gonna let you sit right there because during the transformation of this amazing Rubik's Cube, we're gonna look at some of the cool 3x3 releases of this year. Now, this one in particular, it's the X-Men design XT3 V1. It's really interesting because it is basically a toned down version of the Tornado V3, which is the world record breaking Rubik's Cube. And the cool thing about this cube is that I also used it to break the Belgian national record of 5.8 seconds, which has been broken. Oh man, I wish I was this cool. Ooh, it feels light. That's like my first impressions. It also looks kind of flimsy, like, man, this comes with a lot of pamphlets. Holy moly. Man, this comes with a room method beginner tutorial. There you go. You're looking so fresh, man. So let's do some first turns. It's feeling extremely flimsy, but super fast, and actually it does resemble the Tornado V3 a lot. So let's actually quickly look at the different piece design. So that does look really similar, doesn't it? Biggest difference that I noticed right away is the XT3 V1, which is only $21 for the base model, doesn't have adjustable magnets. We have an extra feature because in the stems of the cheaper cube, we now have a magnet which repels the core magnets inside of the cube. Now, the best thing about the Tornado V3 has always been the adjustment system. Now, I'm kind of wondering what it looks like in the cheaper version. So it seems like we do have, yeah, kind of hand adjustable compression, but the center travel you'll have to use a screwdriver for. I do want to mention that this is the more expensive cube because this has UV coating and maglev, but luckily I have the $20 version right here. Ugh. Bruh. Don't ask what happened to the box. Holy moly, this feels... Oh man, that's good. So basically, maglev or springs, what it means is for the dual adjustment system, in this one, there's two repelling magnets, which reduces friction. And in this one, there's just springs, which, you know, are springs. On to the next stage of the transformation. Now we're gonna do the legs. So we can do this. I'm breaking his kneecaps just like that. He can extend himself, and if you do that, bam, his little robot penis introduces himself, like, bam, here I am. Oh yeah, man, this is starting to look so fresh. And next up, we have something really exciting because this is an official Rubik's Cube, but it is my face. So we're selling this on the Cubicle, and it is just so exciting. It has Pablo on the box. Oh man, my man, Pablo. Do you see this? You're famous, man. What do you think of that? Yeah. Yeah? Oh man, that's awesome. Ah, that is me. I beheaded myself. That is not good. So this is my head. This is my body. Now, proportions aren't that accurate, I think. You'll notice if I zoom in that each side has these symbols on them, and you can kind of feel them, you can kind of see them in certain lights, and this helps you guide whether the pieces are in the correct position or not. And I think this is a really cool touch. But let me try to twist my nose to see what it looks like. Yeah, oh hell yeah. So yeah, you can buy this on the Cubicle, and if you want to buy anything cubing related, it could be just a normal 3x3 up to a 13x13 or whatever you want, or this weird robot looking thing, just go to thecubicle.com and use discount code CubeHead for a huge discount. It does support the channel, and I thank you so much for all of that. Arigato. So let's do the arms now. So apparently we can... Oh. So you pull out the arms, but you don't pull them off. Just like that. Be careful. Then you can pull them down and open them like that. Man, look at these. Let's do the same on this side. Look at that. He's like... he's ready to fight. You see his fist? I wouldn't mess with this robot who has a giant penis. This is one of the most anticipated speed cubes of the year. Now the brand Huameng is basically a collaboration between MoYu and... I don't know if he's in here, let's see if he is. Bam! Our man Yusheng-Du. Look at that intense stare. He's like, man, I'm gonna destroy you at cubing. His latest release was the YS3M. It was a really stable and solid cube, and I loved it so much. The only thing that bothered me was that there was basically no adjustable magnets, and the dual adjustment system was really basic. So, but now this one is apparently something entirely different. You know what this reminds me of? Has any of you watched Rick and Morty? It kind of reminds me of a plumbus. Instructions, who needs that? That's a new looking box. Okay. I do have a second version right here. So let me do some first turns on the maglev version. I like this a whole lot. Let me now try the spring version. Wait, what? Is this a spring version? Huh? Could be just setup, but... I like the spring version more. And considering the prices, I would just say go for the spring version, so either with UV coating or without it. This one doesn't have UV coating, as you can see. We now have levers in the corners to adjust the magnetic strength, but also in the edges. And yes, look at that. We have like a lever which changes the compression. But you can apparently use this plumbus thing to, yeah, adjust like the center travel like that. Throw away the plumbus, you can just use your nails. The biggest factor if a cube is good or not is just the pure performance, but this cube feels extremely premium and good. Like, it has all of these adjustment systems inside of it, but you cannot really tell it because all of the surface and like the contact of the pieces feels really smooth. Kinda wanna speed it up just a tad, and for that we're gonna use FC Stealth. This is like the Cubicle's newest lubricant, and it's so cool because you can twist the end to like kind of release these droplets in the brush, and you can just brush them out in the cube itself. I'm gonna do a lot of solving on this puzzle. It feels extremely premium in my opinion, but the price tag is really steep, so it's pretty difficult to recommend, especially because you don't need all of the adjustments. But if you have the chance to try one yourself, I would really advise you to just have a play with it. So, I have my robot right here, and the only thing that's really missing is its head at this point. Okay, yeah, this piece tilts like that, and we can... Bam! And now put it up. Oh, and there we have its head. It's beautiful. Oh my god, he's so intimidating. And there we have the completed robot. It looks so cool. Like, you can jump around, you can do stuff like that. Now it's doing a funny dance. You can, like... break its neck, which I think is an awesome feature. But there's one more thing, guys, and that is the rocket launcher, which you can see right here, and it looks extremely dangerous. Now, before we're gonna do that, there's one more thing I'm gonna show you, and that is this cube, which goes brr brr. Now, this is the GAN 15, GAN's latest flagship cube. I'm not gonna talk too much about this puzzle because the only difference between this one and a standard GAN 15 is that if we take off the center caps, you can see that the adjustment system is different, and that's because the original GAN 15 uses maglev, two repelling magnets, which makes the cube faster, but they don't have a version with springs, which makes the cube more controllable. So the Cubicle, our hero when we need them the most, released this set, which are basically springs and 3D printed parts, which lets you manually swap out the maglev for springs. And it is true that the stock GAN 15 is really fast, and a lot of people like this when you have a lighter turn style. However, if you like more controllable cubes, I would definitely say that this spring kit actually works really well on the GAN 15. If you have a GAN 15 or you want to buy one but you're scared about it being too fast, you can get yourself the spring conversion kit for just $7, which I think is a nice bonus. But anyways, let's get rid of all of these cubes and now look at the most exciting feature of our cubing friend right here. I mean, second most exciting feature aside from the penis, and that is the rocket launcher. And if you look really closely right here, we see that we have the detonator right here. Now we have our perfect subject to test this rocket because I'm gonna shoot my own face. I have my thumb on the detonator and here we go, guys.